Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. This is day 1 of our 30 days of yoga. I'm so excited to practice with you guys every single day over the next month. Today we're doing a full body flow. I'm going to use my block just a little bit, mostly just to hold on to a few times throughout the class. Some space to move would be perfect. And let's get started. So let's begin today actually standing up. If you've got a block of some kind to use, you can place it off to the side. So our full body flow is an opportunity for us to kind of continuously move our body, maybe moving with the breath as well. But if you are newer to the practice, do whatever feels good for you, and maybe we'll have some fun today. So let's start in mountain pose, Tadasana, up at the top of your mat. You can have your feet hip width apart, or you can have your feet nice and close together. But roll your shoulders back and down, and then we're going to take our palms and turn them to face forward. Spread your fingers out nice and wide. And then from here, we're going to stay standing, but just lift and lower our arms a few times. So with an inhale, palms facing forwards, reach your arms all the way up. They might touch at the top, and you could look up too. Exhale, start to push the air down. Let your palms face down so they end up facing behind you once they reach your side. Turn your palms to face forwards and inhale to reach back up. Maybe look up. Exhale, release your arms to your sides, palms facing behind you. Spread the fingers. One more breath here, palms forwards. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to lower your arms to your sides, taking your palms to face forwards again, adding on from here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's fold forwards this time. Bend your knees, slowly lower your upper body down. And then inhale for a half lift. Lift the chest and bring length into your spine. Exhale to fold again, bending your knees. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, let your arms fall to your sides. Maybe your palms are facing behind you. With an inhale, palms forwards and reaching your arms up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, half lift, going for a long spine. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, come back up to standing, reaching your arms up. And exhale, letting your arms come to your sides. Maybe palms facing behind you as they lower, and then turning them to face forwards. One more big inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold down. Inhale into a half lift. And exhale, fold forwards. We're going to plant our hands, stepping our feet back and into downward facing dog. Take a moment to push into your hands. Maybe pedal your feet, lift and lower your heels, making that nice upside down V shape or pyramid or downward facing dog. Stay for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's use an inhale to look forwards and exhale. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you want to, or maybe one big one. And then inhale into a half lift once you get there. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing. Reach up. And exhale, we're going to fold all the way back down. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, folding, planting your hands and stepping your feet back into downward facing dog. Push into your hands, send your hips high, and then use an inhale to look forwards again. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale all the way up to standing, and an exhale is going to bring you all the way back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Plant your hands, step your feet back into your downward facing dog. Push into your hands. Stay here for a nice big inhale. As you exhale, your knees can come down, all fours, tabletop. And then we'll start to shift the shoulders forwards, bending the elbows and lowering the chest. You can keep your hips kind of lifted, lower your chest, maybe your chin, and then slide onto your belly. Take a shoulder roll, a low cobra. Lift your chest. Hug your elbows into your sides. Feel your back, your glutes fire up. Squeeze them. Stay for an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to push ourselves back onto our hands and knees. So push all the way back into your tabletop. You can adjust if needed. Maybe a little sway of your hips side to side. And then tuck your toes. Lift your knees into downward facing dog. You can start to walk your feet together from here. We're going to lift our right foot up any amount and also look forwards. We're going to bring our right foot all the way up to the top of our mat or help it get there so that you end up in a lunge. Right foot forwards, left foot back. We're going to drop our back heel down and lift into warrior one. So adjust your feet if you need to so that your belly button and your chest are facing forwards. If your arms, maybe your hands want to stay at your hips, or maybe you want to reach up. Maybe you're going to look up too. A little bend in the front knee. Push into your back foot, and then use an inhale. Let's open up to warrior two. Just turning the chest to the left and probably moving your feet a little bit as well. You can reach your arms out, one in front, one behind. Let your shoulders fall from your ears. Same bend through that front knee. Still pushing into that back foot too. We're going to stay here for an inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to bring our hands all the way down to the mat, back into our lunge. So as you come down, let your back heel lift. Find your lunge. Take an inhale to look forwards, and exhale, step or walk your back foot to the top of your mat. Once you're there, inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your feet back into downward dog. Push into your hands, take a big inhale. As you exhale, lower your knees down to your tabletop. Shift the shoulders forwards, bend your elbows, and lower your chest and your chin. Slide onto your belly for a low cobra. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hug your elbows in behind you. Squeeze your glutes, your back. Stay for another inhale. And exhale, push yourself all the way back up and into tabletop. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. You can start to bring your feet together. Inhaling your left foot up any amount, looking forwards. We're going to send our left foot all the way to the top of our mat or help it get there. Set up your lunge, and then your back heel can drop down. Let an inhale lift your upper body. Warrior one, facing forwards this time. Arms maybe reaching up right above you. Bend into your front knee and push into your back foot. Warrior one. We're going to use an inhale to open up into warrior two. Turn your upper body to the right. Scoot your feet around a little if you need. And reach your arms out. One in front, one behind. Beautiful, you guys. A little bend through the front knee and pressing into the back foot. Stay for an inhale. As you exhale, maybe cartwheel your arms, your hands down to the ground. Lower and lift your back heel, ending up in a lunge. Inhale, look forwards a little bit. And then exhale, bring your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhaling for a half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up to standing, reaching up. Exhale, let your arms fall to your sides. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of balancing. If you have a block, would be Easy to move onto your mat, but a wall is a great resource or prop as well. But we are going to start in tree pose. So you can stand on your left foot. Hold on to something if you want to hold on to something. Tree pose. We're working our foot up the inside of our leg. So you might start with your heel just above your ankle. You might bring your foot to your inner calf. You might bring your foot to your inner thigh. You might have your hands on your hips. Your arms are your branches. You might reach them out. You might reach them up. Maybe your hands come together in front of your heart. Finding some balance. Starting in tree and maybe staying here. We can bring our foot down though. Take a second, a little shake of the legs. We're going to stay on our left foot. And then maybe we'll try our standing figure 4. So this would be bringing the foot to the top of the leg now. So it can be the heel, right above the ankle, on the front of the shin. It can be on the front of the shin, the front of the calf. Or maybe it comes on top of the quad. And if it does come on top of the quad, you can start to bend your standing leg, your left leg. And you might start to feel a nice glute stretch, leg stretch. What do your arms want to do? I did ask you to have the block just in case, which it seems kind of far away right now. But if you're in the standing figure 4 with your foot on your quad and you keep tipping forwards, maybe you can lightly tap your block. Maybe you're holding it, but it's just optional. We're going to start to come back up and bring our foot down and give our legs a nice shake, and then we can switch sides. So starting with tree and maybe continuing with tree. Figure 4 is just an option, but if you are new to tree pose, stand tall, relax, have some fun with it. Your foot is just working its way somewhere to the inside of your leg. Breathe, whatever you happen to be doing. Challenge yourself, maybe finding the wobbles. Use your arms to help you or challenge you. And the same thing with your gaze. If you're looking all around or it's something that's moving, it might be more challenging than if you stare at one thing that's still. And then you can start to take a break or stay as you are, maybe transitioning into the standing figure 4. Working the foot to the top of the leg, the front of the leg. Maybe it's your heel. Maybe it's your foot on your shin. And maybe you do get your foot to the quad. And then you can bend that standing leg. But just have some fun. Challenge yourself. Maybe you are in the standing figure 4 with your foot on your quad and you're going to try to lean forwards, tap your block, which should be right in front of me, but it's off to the side. And then we can start to come back and plant our feet. Now, if you've got something on your mat, I told you it was optional and that you might not actually use it. Find the top of your mat and move any props off to the side. Roll your shoulders back and down. Turn your palms to face forwards. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, folding back down. Planting your hands, we're going to step back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Lower your knees down to your mat. Widen your knees as well. Child's pose. Knees wide, big toes might be touching. Send your hips back towards your heels and then you can start to lower down. If you need something under your forehead, it could be your arms, it could be your block, or maybe your forehead comes down to your mat. But maybe your eyes can close as well. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling throughout your body. Take a moment to feel the next breath that you take. Take a moment just to let go of your day, let go of the practice so far. When you're feeling good, we're gonna lift up and into table top. You can bring your knees in. Maybe a sway through the hips. Use an inhale and drop your belly down. Lift your chest, maybe your chin, cow pose. Exhale as you round your spine. Squeeze your belly in, tuck your chin, cat pose. Inhale, drop your belly again, arch your back. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, one more breath here. Drop your belly, lifting your chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Awesome, you guys. Use an inhale. Come back to a long, flat spine. Cross your ankles. Have a seat. Let's bring our legs out in front of us, maybe giving the knees a little bit of a hug, a squeeze, maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then from here, we can set up our butterfly, bringing the soles of our feet together, our knees out wide. Maybe your hands will be on the ground behind you. Push into the fingers. Let the soles of your feet press into one another. Let your shoulders fall from your ears, your hips. Soften, maybe. You can have your hands behind you, beside you, maybe even in front of you. If you want to fold forwards, you could add that in as well. Letting an inhale lift you up. If you are tipping forwards, bring your knees together. Maybe a little hug or a squeeze. We're gonna send our left leg out long and then keep our right foot planted beside the left leg. So if you can hold your right knee, wake up your left ankle, point those toes up. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, we're gonna twist towards the right side. Turn the chest to the right. Maybe hug your knee. And then if your right hand can come behind you, push into your fingertips. Keep your spine as long as you can. Keep pointing your left toes up. You can let your next inhale bring you back to face forwards, sending your right leg out long, bending your left leg in. Plant your foot beside your leg, hold your knee, point your right toes up, and inhale to lengthen the spine as much as you can. As you exhale, twist towards the left side, maybe hug your knee or hold it. And then the left hand, if you can push into the fingertips, it's just so nice to support the low back. Point your right toes up too. Enjoy a few breaths here. Let's use an inhale to find our way back to facing forwards. You can either send both of your legs out long or hug your knees in, maybe taking a little rock side to side. And we are going to be laying down on our back, but I want you to come down slowly. So if you can, bend your knees, plant your feet. Maybe you will hold on to the knees or the backs of the legs. Bring some length into your spine, and then we're going to start to kind of round the back a little as we try to lead with the low back. Lower down one vertebrae at a time. Maybe tucking the chin to the collarbone for a slow lower. And then you can relax. Once you're flat on your back, rest your head, move your feet in a little closer towards your hips, maybe even closer towards your hips. Resting your arms at your sides, your palms facing down. Maybe walking the fingers towards the feet or towards the bottom of your mat. Dropping the shoulders from your ears. You can keep your feet hip width apart or move them hip width apart. Same with the knees. Let an inhale lift your hips up. Give your glutes a squeeze. Lift your hips. Lift your chest. Bridge pose. Stay here for an inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly lower down. Connect your low back to your mat. Maybe take a gentle sway of the knees side to side. You can keep your feet down or you can hug your knees towards your chest. A gentle sway side to side. You can stay here or you can open your knees out wide. Maybe your big toes will stay together like your child's pose. Maybe you will lift your feet up and reach for your feet for a happy baby. Encouraging your low back down. You've got your feet out wide. Let them fall back together. Guide the knees in two, maybe taking one more rock side to side. And then eventually letting your feet come down. And you can extend your legs out long. Bring your feet out wide as well. Resting your arms at your sides. Maybe your palms will face up. If this isn't comfortable, you can lay in a different way. Maybe roll onto one side. Shavasana is supposed to be our final relaxation. A comfortable place where you can relax your body, where you can lay still. Where you have a chance to notice your breath. And resist letting your mind wander. You can slowly start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe you'll reach your arms above your head and take a nice big stretch. Bending your knees, rolling over to one side, using your arm as a pillow. Finding your way up and into a comfy seat when you're ready. Maybe bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Awesome first practice, you guys. Maybe of the new year, maybe ever. Tomorrow we have a morning yoga practice, so keep that in mind. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I am so excited for what's to come. Until next time, namaste.